And we are back from our break. So, Mr. Wolf, you have survived your first bout in the arena, in the pit fights below Mr. Gold's shop, in the gambling den of, what would you call this place? I don't know. We'll just call it a gambling den. Yeah, there we go. Pugilism. Yes, exactly. You may or may not have killed your last contestant that you were in there with.
I really want to know if he's dead or not.
He's being drug off, so you're not sure. He doesn't look good. You know what? Go ahead and give me a perception test.
Okay.
And actually, Seamus, I need you to make one as well.
All right. Ooh, that's not very good. 76 out of 30.
Okay. You can't tell. You're not sure if he's alive or not.
Tired.
Okay. Yeah, I critical failed that perception test.
Oh man, that is fantastic knowledge for me. Okay. All right. So yeah, you also can't tell if the man's dead or not as he's drug off. But there is a trail of blood leaking from his ears, where his brain was rattled rather seriously from the impacts of Marius Wolf's mighty guns. So with that, Wolf, I'm assuming you climb up out of the pit, and
Yep.
Mr. Gold is waiting.
Kind of like breathing heavily. Mr. Gold, I hope tonight's festivities were to your liking.
Of course they were. And you can tell he's a little put off. He definitely probably was betting against you himself.
Yeah, I'm sure you won plenty of coin betting on me, correct?
And he's not going to answer your question. He's just going to. He looks flustered. He's like, he's playing with one of his reins like he tends to do whenever he's speaking to you. Well, I suppose I have your winnings.
Oh, thank you. How much did I make?
You hold your hand out, or what do you? How are you doing this? You just going to ask?
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask.
Okay. And he flips a coin towards you.
Is he close to me?
He's within a couple feet.
Okay, so he's not handing me the coin?
No, he's not handing it to you. He's flicking it to you.
Okay. I will grab it.
Okay. You catch it. It's a silver coin.
Okay. I'm kind of like putting on my clothes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of step closer to him and kind of put my hand on his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of lean down a little bit.
As soon as you put your hand on his shoulder, you see the lumbering form of Oro, boom, 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 standing behind you.
Don't mind me, Oro. Just a little tired, and I kind of whisper in Mr. Gold's ear. You didn't try to kill me, Mr. Gold, did you?
What? That's preposterous. Why would I do that?
Oh, and I kind of like get back up and release my hand from his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, because that would be foolish.
Why would I do such a thing? Such a thing.
I don't know. Surely a man like you wouldn't do something so underhanded. I'd hate to see the consequences if I was perhaps find out that maybe a knife was involved and someone tried to kill me in the middle of the ring.
Oh, that would not be allowed. That no weapons allowed. Those are the rules. Those are the rules.
Allowed, indeed. I might have to come back here with my pick. I would just hate to see what happened to this fine establishment of yours. And if you think your friend back there would be enough, you could ask Seamus. We have seen his like before.
Seamus,
And,
are you approaching at this?
Yeah, I'm approaching. I've probably come to the end of that conversation.
Okay, all right. Do you have Marius's stuff with you?
Yes.
Okay. You approach, kind of gathered up his things. As you walk up, Seamus, you see Mr. Gold respond to Marius. You haven't been able to hear most of the conversation. It's loud in here, very loud. And Marius, Mr. Gold, replies, I would never do something of the sorts. Besides, I would, it would be so sad and so worrisome if on your way home you were stabbed to death in an alley. It's very untoward. These things happen in this neighborhood occasionally, but I would never wish them upon you should you, just make your way home, and surely young Priscilla will make it to school just fine in the morning.
You're right. I mean, Sigma protects. Surely if something was to happen to my precious Priscilla, I don't know what I would do. I would just be enraged and just start burning things. I do hope for your sake that nothing happens to Priscilla. Nothing at all. No matter what befalls my precious Priscilla, I hope, even if, some passers-by would actually knock her down, I would hold you accountable, and it would be terrible.
This is preposterous, Wolf. Take your winnings and leave.
I grab my winnings and kind of shove them out of the way. Like, call me again when you need me to beat one of your champions. And I just kind of start walking out.
Oh, how hard of a shove do you give him?
A light shove, just
light shove.
Kind of not actively shoving him, but just kind of walking past him.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, kind of push Gold out of the way, and he's like, oh! and Seamus is following behind. I'm assuming, Seamus, you're following.
Yes.
Okay. All right. You climb the stairs past the 2 additional ogres that are employed here. Who knows how many others? Should you decide to come back for anything untoward, this is just the GM throwing out some hints for you.
All right.
Just throwing it out there.
We'll see how good they are when I burn this place to the fucking ground.
Okay. So you make your way out into the main storefront, and as you do, the man with the bandages on his head glance over, and his eyes kind of wide. He's like, "Oh, I see you had a good time," and he just kind of chuckles to himself.
Oh, I see you did too. And continue to walk out.
And Seamus, you would notice that this is the man that was chucked out into the street by Oro a few days back. So he was not in the fighting pits. He was just bashed against the wall across the street for Mr. Gold's displeasure. But regardless, you guys make your way out of the establishment, and where are we heading?
Oh, I'm probably headed to the Faggy to have some ale.
How about you, Seamus?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm going to follow.
Okay. I'm assuming you go get your horse.
Yes.
Yes, you go get Rachel. It hasn't been long. It's only been maybe an hour or so that you've been here. Do you pay the stable boy?
Yeah, I'll flip him like a brass or two.
Okay. All right. So flip him a couple brass. He's thank you, sir. Thank you. And then as you go to leave, he hands you a bag of feed for the horse.
Oh. Thanks, lad.
Yes, sir. Yes. And Seamus, I need you to make me another perception test.
Been rolling cold on these all night. Ooh, critted this one, 33.
Awesome. That's very good.
Out of 51. Just
Okay. Yeah. It's critical, so it's really not going to matter. But
yeah.
So Seamus, he hands you the feed, and there feels like there's a little more weight in the pouch, just a tad more. And in addition to that, you glance up inside the stable itself, and you see something crouched amongst the rafters. You see two red, beady eyes looking at you. It's about 20, 30 feet up towards the top of the stable itself. What would you like to do?
I'll probably just gather their features, and then I'll probably mention it to Marius when I meet up with them.
It's odd, even with your critical success, all you see are the eyes. You just see two, and they're red orbs.
Okay.
And you would probably recognize at least the general features of the rat men that you've come into contact with recently. You don't see a shape about the person, but the eyes are very distinguishing traits. All of them have these red, beady eyes.
And that
It
was
doesn't
in the
make
rafters.
It's in the rafters. It's not making a sound or moving. Nothing. Completely motionless.
Okay. I'll jot that down and report it to Marius.
Okay. You step away, leaving the boy inside with the creature, and take your horse and go. And so, yeah.
That was correction point for that?
No, you do not. That was not one of those moments. I'll let you know when that moment passes. So, we're making our way to the Thaggy?
Yes.
Aye.
Okay. All right. You begin heading to the Thaggy. You're more than welcome to tell Marius if you want now, Seamus.
I'll reach into my bag of coins and toss Marius 3 silver.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's this for?
Marius is a good knight. It's a good night in the betting, so.
Oh,
you
thank you,
deserve a share.
friend. I appreciate it.
Something else, maybe still something a little more dark. I saw some.
That knife in the
some of
ring.
those-
I saw two.
A knife.
Bastard gold wants me dead.
What do you mean a knife? I didn't see no knife.
Oh, that pirate bastard! He tried to pull a blade on me. You know. Thankfully, he was slow as an ox. And so I.
I hate you so much right now.
You did pretty good there. You hit him with that 1-2. Really rung his bell. Right pissed him off.
Maybe. But I'm sorry, you were saying you saw something.
I did in the stable. I saw some of those two of those beady red eyes.
From those ratmen over a year ago.
I assume so. I couldn't see anything else but the eyes, but you can't really forget those eyes.
You can't. It's a terrible night. We found out our companion was the demon. Can I whisper it to her?
Yeah.
You think Mr. Gold might be affiliated with them?
I will say we all those years ago, we chased that mutant through the streets. He stabbed me in the chest, if I remember correctly, and I believe we both failed on some feats of acrobatics. But we did track him to Mr. Gold's.
Yes. Maybe this is something we need to look into sometime, Marius.
I think maybe you're right. Ever since we've come back, it just seems like the rats have taken over the city. I mean, look at the size of them. And I point out one that's, I guess, running across the street or something.
Oh yeah. There's more than one. There's like 2 or 3 at this time of night. Just chittering, and the one of them in particular is about the size of like a small dog. Pretty good size. Actually, more like a medium-sized dog. This is like a 50-pound rat. Massive, ducks its head out of the alleyway, and you just see the red beady eyes looking up at you, and it kind of goes and hisses at the two of you. Rachel recoils a little bit from the monstrosity that just lumbered out of the alleyway.
I gotta yell at it. Fuck off! And
and then it scampers back down the alley. All right. And with that, you guys are almost to the Thaggy. At this point, I need both of you guys to make me intuition tests, actually.
Oh no! That's a 22 out of 24.
Oh, hell yeah. Critical success.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Seamus?
I got a 47 out of 41.
Oh, you want to make it a success?
Yes, we'll make that a success.
All right. Marius, however, got a critical success. That's pretty awesome. So, Marius, Seamus is behind you. I'm assuming on the horse. You guys are walking. You've almost made it to the Thaggy. You see the large puddle once again that you had stepped in and fell through into that very dark vision. And your foot's about to come splashing into it, and you think better of it. You're like, oh. And you begin to go around. And as you go around, because of your critical success, you see also, coming out of the darkness, a figure is emerging from the darkness. Because of the critical, not only do you see it, but you see a set of blank eyes lock onto you. That's the best way I can fucking describe it. They're not dead.
Okay.
It's not dead eyes. They're just whites. There's no iris.
White.
There's no pupil.
Okay.
Yeah. White eyes lock onto you, and a shape is approaching out of the darkness, completely quiet. Seamus, with your success, you don't see anything. But Marius sees this thing approaching.
I kind of quickly probably would. Does Rachel sense anything?
Rachel does not.
Okay. I kind of look at the shadowy figure and just kind of tense up and kind of yell at Seamus. Seamus, do you see that?
And Seamus, when you glance over, you see a figure begin to emerge out of the darkness. Only the top half, and this is within a couple feet of you guys, emerges, and you both recognize the features of said person. It is the features of the young boy / man that is in the employ of Mother Inga. You see the spiraling tattoos, covering the skin and the whitened eyes. And of course, the kind of almost wild man-esque beard and facial hair, along with the very long hair that he has. And he has his very interesting looking spear across his back, in addition to his kind of strange clothing that he's wearing. And he steps out. There's a couple other people passing by, and they don't seem to see him. They don't seem to glance in his direction. Almost as if he has let himself be seen by you two. In fact, Rachel still hasn't acknowledged his presence. She doesn't and that's very unusual, Seamus, because usually she's pretty, she's pretty astute with you, given your profession, at being about people sneaking up on you. And she hasn't noticed him whatsoever, and he's within just a couple feet of you, still obscured. And he approaches. After you shout, Marius, he just glances up. The mother requests your presence.
Like now?
And he doesn't give a response. He just kind of fades into the darkness. Even with your critical success, you barely see him go. He just disappears.
Seamus, I regret our decision to leave that boy in Inga's care. Surely, she's done something terrible to him.
She's done something that's hard. But, I guess she needs us for something.
She did tell us almost a year ago that she would signal us when she needs us.
I take it that was the signal.
Yeah, I think you're right. Let's... No telling what she needs. Let's rest up for the evening and get provisioned and head out. No telling how long we'll be. Last time it was 8 years.
Let's try not to have another repeat of that one, you know.
I couldn't agree more. And I guess we kind of go to the Thaggy still.
Okay, you go to the Thaggy. Have some drinks. Have some merrymaking.
Yep.
Sarah's very upset at you, Marius, when you walk through the door with your face as messed up as it is.
Yeah.
you look bad. Some of the dwarfs kind of give you like an approving nod. They're like, that's a man.
Yeah.
Thordoom, in fact, is a little proud. He gives you a couple free rounds.
Oh yeah.
You know, especially if you regale him with your tales. I'm sure it just gets crazy. Seamus, are you spending the night here, or are you going to find a bed elsewhere? Silk Canary is calling.
Yeah. Knowing me, I'll find a bed elsewhere.
Oh, yes. Okay. All right. So the night goes on for a little while. Marius numbs his wounds with drink, and eventually the night is over, and I'm assuming you retire to your room, Marius. Sarah is up shortly afterwards, and there is a almost like a smaller bed that has been apparently it's been handcrafted by Thordoom himself. That Priscilla is allowed to use in your same room. You guys are all asleep in one room together.
Mm-hmm.
But you have some money. You want some extra money? Quite a bit, actually. Not as much as Seamus.
Yeah.
So Seamus, do you have any questions?
I'd probably give some of my winnings to to Sarah there.
Of course, yes, and she begrudgingly takes it, and she treats your wounds, specifically your nose. She's become quite skilled at healing, and for all intents and purposes, you recover 9 wounds.
Okay.
She has a hell of a heal. And on top of that, you don't believe that the nose is going to scar.
Oh, yeah.
Because she is a very, very skilled woman. In more ways than one.
Yeah, she is.
So you get patched up, all of that together. Do you do anything before you go to sleep, Marius?
I probably would tell her, because I've told her about Mother Inga before. If Priscilla's out of earshot, I'd probably tell her that we were visited by a visage of one of her servants, and that she requires us to head out again.
Okay,
and
you will have
stop
this
something evil.
Yeah, something evil.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Throw that in. Why don't you make it a little bit better?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
She does not seem pleased whatsoever with anything that's happening. But
I just try to explain to her that she helped us, during the Beastman invasion.
Yes. Why don't you give me a charm roll? Give me a charm roll, Marius.
Ooh. All right.
You can use your attractive feature.
Ooh, attractive. I like it. Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty good. That's a 18.
So 8 levels of success.
Yeah, so 8 levels of success on a, what would that be? 18 on 33.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's 8 levels of success.
Yeah.
So so you do a pretty damn good job of pleading your case. And let's just say that she begrudgingly accepts anything you
She
tell
can't say
her.
no to me.
She can't say no. She can't resist your charms.
She can't quit me.
She can't. No, I can't quit you. Okay, we're okay.
Exactly.
Enough. Enough. Switch over to Seamus.
I don't
Seamus.
want it. Oh
God. Seamus, you are. I'm assuming you're making your way to the Silk Canary, or are you going to brave the trail back to the Road Wardens? Okay.
No.
You make your way back
He's flush
to the
with cash.
Yeah, he's got a lot. He's got a lot of cash on him. Got a lot. You tie up. As a matter of fact, they actually at this time of night there is a couple of younger boys that hang around out front, and they are actually offering almost like a valet service. To go tie up your horse for you if you so choose.
All right.
All right, so you just kind of show up. They hold their hand out, expecting some coin.
Do they know?
They recognize Seamus. He visits this place enough.
Yeah, okay.
Toss them, some brass.
A couple brass, and they take it, and one of them kind of looks at you, kind of, and then leads Rachel away to stow her away, hoping for some more coin from you, but that's fine. I'm sure Rachel will be there in the morning. He's not going to sell her for glue. So you go inside. You go inside. The Silk Canary. The mead is flowing. The beer. There's very, very scantily clad women. Some of them topless. A lot of them almost completely nude, despite just wearing their masks and kind of the normal attire of what you would expect in this environment. What would you like to do, Seamus?
Is there like a bartender?
Oh yeah, there's more than one bartender here. This is a very big place. And there's a lot of people drinking and smoking, and even there's some card games that have been taken up, and of course, there's also a stage towards the back of the room you're in that has it has been graced by many a woman from time to time. So there's often shows that are put on as well.
I'd like to go sit at the bar and ask about the proprietor of this establishment.
Okay, the bartender is a kind of a sour-faced man. He's got black hair. Otherwise, relatively unremarkable kind of guy. Probably in his like mid-30s, a little bit older, honestly, to be working in a place like this. Looks like he's may also double as a bouncer occasionally. You have seen him do that from time to time. Can't have any customers getting too rough with the girls, after all. But he pours you a drink. What would you like?
Just some ale. That'll do.
5 copper.
Here's 7.
7. And he kind of okay. He scoops the brass. I said copper. The brass across the bar. Spirits it away, and then pours you a rather full cup of ale, brimming at the top. Sets it in front of you.
How long have you been working here?
McCready, must we do this again? I've told you so many times, and you would know it. The man's name is just Johann. And I can't just be talking to you about the lady of the house. It's very strange how often you come in and ask about her. Can't you just retire with Helga and get this night over with? It happens every time.
Maybe I like to dip around. Maybe Helga's busy.
And he
That's
just
one
kind
day,
of,
Johann.
he kind of just nods his head. Whatever you say, master. And he begins pouring another drink for someone else at the bar. As you turn around, you see, because this is quite some time has passed since you last left your men, and you see in the corner, you see Helga giggling and just and sitting on the lap of Bertrand. He's in the corner, Bertrand, and he's just grinning from ear to ear, and Giggles is with him, and you can kind of you kind of see him off in the corner. They don't see you. Let me just put it like this: if Helga sees you, you might get roped into doing something you'd rather not be doing. So, what would you like to do to avoid this circumstance?
Stay across the other side of the room.
Okay. Are you
maybe find someone and go straight upstairs?
Okay, all right. Are you just the first woman you come across?
Yeah, whoever's just hanging out.
There's plenty of people just hanging out. I'm
gonna get a good night's sleep.
Okay, so I'm assuming you just you didn't go too far into the bar. You just kind of went just straight up to the bartender. So actually, one of the women that were tempting people to move inside from the kind of red lit windows sees you sitting there by yourself and sees that you look like a man in need of company. Will saunter down and from her perch and still wearing her mask approaches you. I see you've been you seem to be in need of some companionship.
That I do. Let's go.
And she will take you. She grabs you by the belt and begins pulling you up the stairs. And it fades to black, Seamus McCready, as you have a very long and lustful night. And in the process, you lose 5 silver pieces because this was an expensive endeavor.
Oh,
Oh.
all right.
Okay. And the next morning is upon both of you. Are you guys meeting somewhere in particular, or what are we doing?
I imagine I'd probably wake up and go back over to the Thaggy.
Okay. Marius, I need you to make me an endurance test.
Okay. That is a 19 out of. Am I still?
No, you are no longer, because you got a full night's rest, you are no longer exhausted. So you can remove your exhaustion. And you basically, this is to see how many wounds you recovered over the night.
Okay, it's
So
19 out of 60.
okay, so yeah, you recover your toughness bonus plus your success level and wounds.
Okay.
So you're looking better. Are
yeah.
you full?
I am.
Okay, all right. So you with Sarah's help, you recovered pretty dang quickly, despite the beating that you took last night. Though you dealt out more so in kind. I mean, a miner just took down two men in a fist fight. Essentially, is what happened. So. All right. So regardless, you guys, you both awake. Assuming you have some breakfast downstairs, Marius. Seamus ends up appearing, joins you for breakfast. Is there anything you'd like to do in the tavern before you set about your day?
If Sarah has any health potions, I can either purchase or get for free. I would take those.
Okay. So after your conversation last night,
Yeah.
obviously she's not going to sell you health potions. She is essentially your woman, though you have not put a ring on it. Just throwing it out there.
I'll put a ring on it.
Haven't put a ring on it.
One day.
She will gift you 4 vials that are full of a very familiar liquid because she knows you, and also you get a set of bandages, and one for you as well, Seamus.
Yeah.
Please just don't be gone for that long. That's all I ask. I know you'll come back. You always do.
I wouldn't plan on. I don't plan on it, dear. We'll be back as soon as we can.
She calls over to Priscilla. Priscilla, your father is leaving. And Priscilla just kind of looks over. Bye, Marius.
Priscilla, please, could you give me a hug before I go?
And she just kind of like sinks down, and then Sarah kind of gives her a look, and she walks over and gives you like the most limp hug a person can possibly do. Like the hands are dangling. It's just kind of arms, just kind of at your sides. Am I done now?
Awkwardly. Yes, I won't keep you, sweet girl. I'll bring you something back.
Marius, some adventure awaits, I see.
It calls us once again, Thorum.
Well, I'll keep an eye on the onion. I'll keep an eye on your inn. And Sarah's just kind of, Thordoom, enough.
Thank you, Thorum. We can always count on you.
You always can, Marius, as long as it's in the bar. And he begins polishing the bar himself. He never leaves. In fact, you've never actually seen him leave the bar. He's always here. It's kind of weird, but regardless. So you gather your things and you begin to leave. I'm assuming you guys look over your packs.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. It's at this point in time, Marius, you would notice that you're missing something from your pack. Because Seamus failed his perception roll during your fight, and something may have gone missing.
Uh-oh.
The book is still there. The book is
Oh,
still
thank
there.
goodness.
All the money that you had before is gone, but you
Oh.
have your few silver pieces.
Okay.
Yeah, you're okay.
So you're,
Uh,
it could have been worse. It could have been
Yeah.
worse.
It could have been worse. I thought it was the book. I was like, oh, nuts. No.
So you make your way out. It's a little pissed off still that you somehow were robbed. That was your brass. Damn it! You worked hard for it.
Can we also say that I've made my Molotovs?
Yeah, because that was during
it's-
that was during
yeah.
yeah. Do you remember how much you bought?
4, I think.
4? Okay. So we'll say go ahead and make me. Did you already make your explosives roll?
I'd made a trade skill explosive to see what it was.
Okay, all right. So make me one now.
Okay.
To see if you can to see how potent these are, essentially.
Okay. See what my trade skill explosive is. Oh, it's a 41 out of 42.
Okay, yeah. So just a success.
Mm-hmm.
Incendiary. Okay, so nothing special. They're just going to be a regular Molotov. So they only do your success level and damage. That's it. But then they will do. Hold on. Oh, okay. Actually, so they won't do any damage. They will do your success level in flaming conditions.
Okay.
So that's actually pretty damn good. That's really good, in
Yeah.
fact. So, okay, yep. So that's your standard Molotovs that I'm saying you made from the accelerant that you procured from our engineering friend.
I'll give 2 to the Seamus.
Okay,
Yeah.
Here you go, Seamus.
there you go. And are you guys making your way out into the woods, or are you making any stops anywhere else?
I'd probably tell Seamus about Herbert Sachs.
Mhm.
After seeing Seamus's pistol brandished on his belt there,
Yes.
and tell him that he manages all the guns in town, and that perhaps if he wanted ammo or supplies of that nature, to talk to him.
Very well. You can do so if you so choose, Seamus.
I do so. Tell him. I do tell him.
Thank you, Marius. I think I've got enough for this little adventure we may be going on. But when we come back,
Very well.
I know.
All right. And we are
Is there
heading on
a-
our way. Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry, because last time we were very unprepared on for. our
Yes, you
journey.
were. Extremely.
So, did we ever figure out if there was any other kind of proprietor of, like, general store goods, or is it simply Mr. Gold?
You will remember correctly that Mr. Gold has either killed or forced out every other major store in town. So
Okay.
so it's not just his shop. There's like multiple
Yeah.
Mr. Golds. It's like a franchise. It's like
Yeah.
it's like all of them. So
Well-
yeah.
I don't know if you want to play it out or not, just so we can move it along, but I would just want to go to Mr. Gold's General Goods or whatever the closest
yeah.
thing to that would be.
Say he has like a general goods store. He'll have like he has
Yeah.
like specialty stores. Matter of fact, he has we'll get to those if you ever end up looking for them. But yes, he has like a general goods kind of store, not his pawn shop that you guys were at. And it's run by, and there's different people inside. It's not Mr.
Yeah.
Gold. He mostly just hangs out at his pawn shop still. So
Sure.
What are you looking for?
I think I already got it, like tent supplies and stuff like that. I got flint and stuff like that. So, I need rope,
Okay.
rations.
Okay.
Do I get my helmet? Did I get my helmet back?
Yes, you
The
will. You
lantern
get your helmet back. You have a
Okay.
Sealberg mining helmet.
Okay. So I'd like some candles for that.
Okay.
And
Easily done.
yeah, rations. Maybe extra bandages if we can get extra
Even
bandages.
more. Okay, then. All right. All right.
We only got one more brand bandages, you know.
It's true.
We
it's true.
kind of need them usually.
It's true.
So, maybe I think, yeah, rations. I guess camping supplies as far as anything maybe.
How many days of rations do you want?
Gosh, I don't know what a good number is. I guess like 10 days.
Okay.
I don't know if that's feasible to carry. Whatever is feasible to carry, I guess.
Okay. No, I
if that
mean
makes sense.
you're strong as hell. You guys have a horse with you, so you can carry a significant amount of stuff. Between the two of you.
maybe like a better backpack. I don't know.
Okay. Well, 10 days of rations is going to set you back. Let's see here. 20 brass, which means 2 silver pieces.
Woo! All right. Well, then I fork that over.
Okay. All right.
What about the rest of supplies?
So I'm going to say you can acquire basic tent supplies and most of everything you asked for, including the rope, for probably another silver piece.
Okay. All right.
Food was the most
Let's do
expensive
so.
thing.
Yeah.
I assume we've got like flint or something to light a fire.
Yeah, you guys, all of your trappings are getting refilled without you guys having to do too much. Unless it's like armor or weapons, then you're gonna have to rebuy them or get them repaired.
Yeah.
So that's up to you guys. But yeah, that's it. Seamus, did you want to grab anything, or are you just going to let Marius bankroll your endeavor and you do nothing?
No, I mean I'll contribute.
Okay.
To my fine silver.
Okay, I'll let you guys work out. Who's paying who, whatever. You guys are tracking your own money, so.
Yeah.
You gather your supplies. It's kind of a smaller, portly man running the general goods store, and he sells you everything that you think it's at a pretty decent price. And you head your way.
All right. We head on out.
Okay. So Mother Inga's house has never been just in one place. So I'm assuming you guys just kind of wander aimlessly in the woods.
I'm assuming so too.
Yeah. So how about both of you guys give me a perception test? Or intuition, whichever one you want to use.
I rolled a 93 out of 40.
Fantastic. How about you, Seamus?
I got a 42 out of 51 on perception.
Okay. All right. So at least Seamus spots something. He's on the horse, so he's got a better vantage point and everything. And Seamus, it takes a little while. It's about an hour or two, just kind of wandering in the woods, kind of in the area that you've seen her before, within like a mile or two of town, and you spot the telltale kind of doorway, we'll call it, to Mother Inga's residence. The gnarled trees that are kind of run together to make like a makeshift archway, and the beastman skulls hammered into the trees nearby. And I'm assuming you guys pass through.
Yep.
You pass through this light shimmer, and you see the hut laid out before you, the very familiar abode in the center, and the same decorations are around the house, all of the various ornamentations and curios and things of that sort, and of course the various sigils and markings on the wood, and of course the path leading to it and the ground around it. You do still see the very three large mounds around the house. That's kind of strange. They're almost as big as the house. They're very large mounds, and they're decorated with various things on them. But you approach the door, and you see, as you get up, you take a few steps up to get towards the door itself, and around the side of the house, this circular hovel, the young man steps out with the blank eyes. "Mother awaits." And as he says that, the door just swings inwards, allowing entrance if you so choose.
Unfortunately, yes.
All right. You both walk through nervously, knowing what awaits you inside, and you don't see the remains of the charred corpse or any kind of charring, because you think quite some time has passed, though time doesn't act normal with Mother Inga, of where your previous companion was smote nearby. But, yeah, so you enter inside the abode, and there is a pot going, a large black cauldron bubbling in the center. Candles lit around the hovel, and of course the just clutter that you known to expect. The woman that you had rescued and left here is currently stirring the pot with her same blank eyes, and she doesn't really glance up at you guys, but you see her. And then out from the side of the as the door closes behind you, you hear a voice whisper in your ear, Marius. "I see you decided to come."
Of course, Mother Inga. Always a pleasure.
Well, you took your time.
I thought the time was not a factor in your realm here.
Very true, Master Wolf, very true. And as she walks past you, because she was behind you, as she walks past you, suddenly the more lithe, sumptuous woman is standing before you guys. Forces are in motion, and their fate requires you to intervene. As she's kind of glancing between the two of you.
Are you sure it has to be us?
Oh, I'm quite sure. In fact, I have rolled the bones more than once. And she gives a wink to Seamus as she says that. That's all I get out of you?
I don't like her.
Okay.
Mother Inga, you mentioned the black rose.
Yes, have you not found it?
I have not. I've been in and around these woods, and I've yet to come across any type of rose in general, let alone a black one.
Well, I have faith, and she looks to Marius, that you may be able to find it in time.
Is she directing that statement towards me?
Yes.
Okay.
Regardless, what fate awaits you now is a journey of sorts. You will be tasked with entering the chamber of the Old Ones. With that, and she points to Marius's pack, as your guide.
Mm-hmm. Mother Inga, it doesn't seem right to follow this blasphemous book. It's clearly possessed by something evil. Surely it can guide us to a good resolution.
If only you knew. That book is nothing quite as powerful as you may think. Though an entity does dwell within, they are very bound in a similar way that your friend here is bound to that. And she points at Seamus's sword. Neither
Put my hand on
can
the hilt of it.
neither can rebel against their master. They must serve.
Very, very well, Mother. What must we do to resolve this quickly?
Go to the chamber. Use the book. Chase the Dark One.
Are you
Make
referring
haste.
to the chamber that...
Continue.
Very, very well. Are you referring to the chamber that took us to that hellish place?
Yes. One of the remnants of the Old Ones. And you have no idea what the hell she's talking about, but for everyone else, the old ones are like an ancient kind of creator civilization god people, but neither here nor there. Marius and Seamus have no idea what the hell that is. So, but yes, she's not going to elaborate.
We do know the chamber.
You do know what
Okay,
chamber? Yes.
Okay. Mother, we came across ratmen, and I feel like they've infested this entire mountain. Do you believe that my friend Seamus and I are able to conquer this mountain by ourselves?
The children of the Horned One are no consequence.
Their blades certainly hurt.
Indeed they should. But you have been fated for far more. You will not fall to no mere Skaven.
What will we fall to?
That you do not wish to know. Or perhaps you do.
What are we supposed to do in this chamber? The book instruct us
You will know.
of what we're supposed to do.
I have faith in your abilities, young wolf. And I might be able to offer you a bit of aid on your journey. And she approaches the woman stirring the cauldron. And she stops stirring it. And Mother Inga reaches into the cauldron and pulls out 2 necklaces, 2 pendants to be exact, on very simple they're not silver. It's a very unique metal chain. The pendants have some kind of rune or symbol carved into them. And she hands one to each of you, if you so choose to take it.
Probably, yeah, I guess.
Okay. You grab a hold of it, and she basically whispers in both of your ears, "These should help you not lose so much time on your travel." And as she steps away, "I recommend you make haste, prepare for your journey. The Dark One is making his move, and time is short before he will rise. The Forsaken, the Shadow, the harbinger of doom to all you love. Of course, he is not the only force at play, but he is by far the worst. Now go." And she turns and just kind of disappears from view.
Oof. Guess we're going, Seamus.
Let's go then. This place gives me the creeps.
I put on the necklace, I guess.
Okay. You pull on the necklace, you leave the hut. And that is where we're going to end tonight's episode of Rise of the Forsaken. Oof, man. Had some stuff go down. Oh,
yeah.
man. Got in a hell of a fight. Hell of a fight.
Yeah.
Tournament, a fighting tournament, essentially. Won a lot of money, lost some money as well. Sounds like our next adventure is well underway.
Yeah.
But,
can't wait to go back through that tunnel.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be great. It's going to be great, guys.
Damn it.
It's going to be fantastic.
Back in Napone.
Go back to Napone. It's going to be great. I promise. It's going to be fantastic. So, favorite moments from the cast?
Marius's 1-2 combo on that pirate.
Oh, man. You laid out the Sartosan. He's probably dead. I don't know. Maybe not.
Ooh, yeah. I think mine, is probably critting when he was pulling out that knife.
Yeah, he was probably going to kill you, and you devastated him. It was impressive. Yeah. Marius is a force to be reckoned with, even with those bare hands.
Don't you forget it, you know.
I know. Don't believe me. Believe me, I'm not forgetting it. We'll see what comes.
Where's my belt?
Oh my God!
You want Seamus some money?
Yeah, you want Seamus a lot of money, actually.
It's true.
But man, I kind of liked. Yeah, I mean, the tournament was the highlight. It really was. It was that good.
It was.
And hopefully we'll have something a little more interesting in the next episode go down.
Yeah.
I like that. I do
necklace.
It's a time altering. Perhaps it's going to keep you from maybe not, jumping 8 years at a time every time you enter the tunnel. That would be bad.
That would be bad.
So we'll see how you have no idea how it works, so it's fine. Regardless. I think I kind of liked Seamus trying to hide from Helga. He used money to hide from her. So there was always that. Fantastic. So, regardless, guys, I think we're going to end it there. Hope you guys had fun. I had a good session. Hope you guys did. I enjoyed it. And as usual, you guys can find us here. Do make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And also leave comments down in the comment section. We do read them, and we enjoy just hearing from you guys in general. So do make sure to go ahead and do that for us. And we definitely appreciate all of you that have stuck around this long, especially towards the end here. And as usual, guys, I've been Jumbo Thick. This has been Rise of the Forsaken, and I hope to see you guys in our next video. Have a good day.